Sup? David here. Today I want to talk to you about infinite games versus finite games. So finite games are games that are played with a loser and a winner in mind. This is competition. These are like traditional sports games or board games like chess, right? There's a defined winner and there's a defined loser. And I'm talking about game theory here. And I want to talk about infinite games. So what are infinite games? Infinite games are where there is no loser or winner, but the purpose of an infinite game is to keep the game going. So how does this apply to real life? So finite games are the equivalent to, and I talked about the tribal leadership before, but they're the equivalent to level 3 and level 4 types of leadership or tribes. So level 3, we have individuals competing against one another. That's level 3, right? So that is a example of a finite game, right? And level 4 is not individuals anymore, but it's more like groups competing against one another. This is like tribalism, right? So these are examples of finite games where there is a loser and there is a winner. And so it is a positive zero or net zero type of game because there's a negative and there's also a positive, right? So it cancels each other out. So it's a positive zero, net zero type of game. So it's a win-lose type of situation. Whereas an infinite game is more of a positive sum game, where it's a win-win situation. People are in these type of games and these type of situations, people are looking for win-win type of situations. So these are like level 5s. Level 5s, they don't really view competition. They don't view their neighbors as competitors, right? But they're in their own lane. They're playing the game so that they can play the game longer and as long as possible. They're in the game so that they can innovate, right? They can improve technology, improve humanity in one way or another. It's not about competition anymore. And in this way, it's a positive sum game. It's a win-win type of situation. And in game theory, there's this concept known as Pareto superior, where you have something that adds to something without taking away from somebody else, right? At the least, it's like neutral to somebody else. So let's take an example of like a business deal where it's a positive sum. It's positive to one business and it's either neutral or it adds something to the other business. So in overall, it's a positive sum type of game. So these are what you want to look for in your business or in your life, right? You want to look for win-win situations, instead of looking at things as a win-lose type of situations, right? And there are many ways you can do this, right? A definite big one is not really viewing things in a competitive frame. And there's definitely a time and place for viewing things competitively, especially like friendly competition. It's healthy for a lot of people. But the problem is most people have an ego around competition, right? They want to win and they want to be right all the time. So view things in terms of infinite games, meaning you want to play the game, you want to stay in your own lane, you want to add value to others, you want to look for win-win type of situation, okay? So that's how you can use this concept of infinite games in real life and in your business or whatever it is. So always look for win-wins, look to add, look for positive sums, not negative, not taking away from others, but adding, okay? And for both parties ideally, right? Remember Pareto superior, where you're trying to seek a situation where you're not taking away from others. It's at the very least, it's neutral, okay? And that way it becomes a positive sum type of game. So that's all I had for today. I hope you found value out of this one. I'll talk to you in the next one.